And we live. And we live. Lot riding on this game. A bit of nerves, not gonna lie, but I'm excited nonetheless. Whatever happens, happens. I'm repping an Atlanta Hawks Jeff Teague jersey, so it's kind of old school, but that's okay. I think the Trae Young jersey has proven that it is not an effective strategy to winning games. So I want them to win this game. I want the Mavericks to win, but I'll see how the John Morant plays as well. Game's not going to start for another 5-ish minutes. Probably they like to take their time with it, but I'm ready. I'm challenging the heat a little bit with my hoodie on, but I'm excited. I think it should be a good time. Stress and anxiety, but it's okay. We're going to manage. Okay. I also burned myself not cooking. I was like air frying something, and when I went to take it out, I burned like the back of my index finger, and it hurts. And it's just not great because we're playing the Heat, or the Hawks are. I guess I shouldn't say we because I don't know what your affiliations are. I'm sure there's plenty of Heat fans out there, but I kind of want to like put my hand in some water. So I'm gonna get a glass real quick and worry about that. So hopefully this. Does this look kind of ridiculous? Yes, most likely. But just trying to heal from my heat surplus that I don't like. Okay. So we're in Miami. No, we're not. We're in Atlanta. Oh, that's good, honestly. It's a good thing. I'm going to angle it like this. Oh, I shouldn't show the game, though. That's good. Oh, that's better. Oh, it's so much better. Oh, fuck. Sorry, yeah, this looks like a medical thing, but it's not. It's just I burned the back of my finger, and I already think it's getting a little better. So if I need it again, I'll use it. I don't know what that is attached to it. So yeah, they play. Tyler Hero did amazingly well against the Bulls, but I think the Hawks look ready to play. So I'm excited to see how they perform. The first Hawks player to lead the NBA in assists per game. That's cool. It seems like this is the first year he's been able to manage it. That's cool. Same starting lineup for the Hawks. I think that's the same starting lineup for the Heat as well. Wonderful. Ah, crap, that hurts like crazy. Oh, it feels so much better. So it looks like the Hawks won the tip, and somehow they're inbounding it. So it looks like the Heat slapped it out of bounds, and it hit. Onyeka is facing Bam Adebayo. And the Hawks missed the first shot of the game, a Mohamed Gay 3 from the wing, passed out by Zach Risachet. Okay, so Bam scores the first bucket of the game. I think Trey's looking to be a facilitator early on, although I would love to see him try to score a little bit more. Kind of like this matchup, Hero on Zach. And he turns over the ball. This is going to be a rough game, I can already tell. Turnovers have plagued the Hawks for a very long time. Dang. 4-0. Miami. I keep forgetting that Atlanta's the favored team here. And Trey's still shooting a little bit too excitedly, kind of like Orlando. So it might be another slow start, but hopefully they can figure out halfway through the first instead of halfway through the second. Okay, Onyeka playing defense early. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. All right, they're celebrating early. That's okay. That kind of makes me more comfortable. Although Trey Young is playing like garbage. Why would you not just take your floater, my dude? Hot start. They want to start with more of a deficit despite being the higher seed. Oh, Atlanta. It's really going to be a battle of coaches, I would say. And Eric Spoelstra is a very, very savvy, learned coach. The Hawks kind of cheaped out with towels, but it's okay. I guess it's a playing game. It's not entirely. So within the first 2 minutes, the Hawks have gave up 8 points and scored no times. And they are literally playing really badly. I'm kind of shocked. I don't know why they're not ready to play. Is it something in that? Is it like a mind thing? That's my question. Is it a mind thing? It has to be. They're not bad. Wow, the Hawks are looking impressively bad. Still early though. But yeah, that's definitely not super fun. I'll be real about that. I think a lot will like you'd think they'd be ready to play, but they're like it's kind of funny because they are usually the ones that play fast, and now the Heat are playing fast, and the Hawks don't know how to handle it. They're not really steering the course of the game like they would need to be if they want to be advantaged. It's a little dying leaf right here. There we go. That should alleviate some pressure. So yeah, we got burned early. That's okay. Tyler Hero hasn't been a threat though yet, so that's good. At least there's some solace there. Okay. Trey Young's back to just shooting free throws. This would be a very disappointing loss. It's so fascinating when you see these players like celebrate like win. Like that's what the Hawks were based on. They were like take care of business, win. And I'm just like, yo, like yeah, sure, win, but you got to do a lot of things in order to get to that point first. So it'd be cool if they were like defense or like togetherness or like aggression or like offense, but at least have some sort of game plan is all I'm trying to say. Yes, Onyeka. Onyeka is stepping up to the plate. That was a huge play. Yes, Zachary Sejay. Let's go. All right, they're picking it up. They're picking it up. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. That was a great transition break and an and one for Zach. He's so good at finishing. No matter how much contact he takes, he still has the very soft touch off the glass. I love that emotion from the youngin. That's awesome. The game just started. I don't care. I want to see it. Oh no, with the free throw. Yes. Ugh. 7 points to their 12. Trey with a steal on Tyler. Oh, oh yes. Okay, that's huge. That's a huge steal in three. Cutting it close. Yeah, they woke up early this time. I love it. I love it. Before the halfway point of the first quarter this time around. No foul call. Run, run, run. Oh, he missed it. But that was a good shot. I still like that shot, honestly. Force them to take twos. Force them to take twos. Force them to take twos. So far, the defensive plan has been better, and they cut the lead to 4, which is huge. Oh, he missed again, Trey. But I don't mind the shots, believe it or not. They just got to keep playing defense aggressively. I think Trey. I want to see how he adapts to missing 2 threes in a row. He's 1 for 4 from three. Floater, floater. Good. I don't even care that he missed it, but okay, no foul. The refs are being kind. They're not calling. They're not blowing the whistle too much. This is playoff basketball after all. But Zach is kind of cold from three. But like the heat have cooled off, so that's good. But I need some more consistent scoring options. I think Onyeka might be a really good option, or Dyson. I would love Dyson to get on the board offensively. Defense. Oh my god, he keeps shooting those threes. I knew it'd be a problem. I knew it'd be a problem. They were gonna let it. They were gonna see if he was gonna make it or not. Fuck. All right, I think I'm gonna hope they call a timeout soon and clean up this mess that I've made over here. It just hurts like crazy, but I think after a while you just have to get over it. Oh, I like that he's putting in Veet a lot earlier. And by he, I mean Quinn Schneider. Yes, Zach. I like that take. I like that take. Come on, Veet. Come on, Veet. Play defense on him. Good. Oh my God, this Khalil Ware. Yeah, they're a problem. They're a good team. They're a good team. Good. Find Onyeka. We got big men too. Surprised there's been no timeout. I think there was the first timeout and that's it. Yes, Dyson, lock him up. The shot clock was low, admittedly, but that's a really good defensive effort. I love the way he uses his hands and not fouls, because usually you see people like James Harden like wrap their arms when they and if you're not careful, but Dyson like pulls his arm away really quickly as if he's anticipating it. He's a very reactionary player. He reacts more than he like reads. A read is like a prediction, whereas a reaction is what you see. Karis LeVert, I think he's going to be a good offensive weapon there. That was good. Way to not complain about the foul. He complained a little bit. Okay, the original onslaught has ended. I don't know if that's too sexual, maybe. Shit. Whew. I gotta stop muting this on accident. Ugh, it just shows how much of a noob I am when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, the Hawks got the last shot of the quarter, and it's gonna be a little bit tough, but not impossible. Guess I'll get to that reading, but I'm nervous. Oh, stress, anxiety, but it should average out now, I think. I'm liking Karis LeVert out here, honestly. He's playing insanely well. And I think Terrence Mann has some time. Oh, and Georges Niang and Trey Young's going in. It's going okay. These free throws are going to make such a tremendous difference. It's kind of nice that the clock stops after a free throw make. It's too easy. Thankfully, he passed it up. Tyler did. I'm like really, really nervous for him to get hot. But they clearly game planned for him, which is good. But I just don't know if they game planned for themselves. They got to get some buckets. 26 points in the first 13 minutes isn't amazing. That was a fucking push. Whatever. We're in the playoffs now. That could have been a foul too. They're just not blowing the whistle. Scoring anyway. What a pass. Oh, wow. That was a great pass. That was an amazing play. That was an impressionable play from the Miami Heat. This kind of sucks because the Heat just like look better. Good job, Karras. I need more from Dyson. He's like been non-existent these past few games, and that cannot continue. This happens to a lot of players in the playoffs, most notably Paul George, where they just like are super good for a little bit of time, and then they just like, they just stop being good. I think it's got to be something in the head. I like that defense though. I don't care that they called a foul, but 10 points. Like they just always play from behind to the point where like, are they even deservedly here? Such a struggle. Rolls it in, Tyler Hero. He does. I don't even know how you coach a team like this, man. Or woman. Both free throws made. Cool. Please, Trey, make your floaters. He leaves all of them short. I don't know what is going on with these players. They just don't look the same. That's a foul. I think it just takes a little bit of time to wake up. Dyson's back in the game, and so is Zach. I'm more excited about Zach, and I'm grateful that Trey's still in the game. Just like figure it out, dude. Figure it the fuck out. Good rebound, Dyson. If you're not gonna play intense defense, at least get rebounds. I like it. Oh, you know what it is? It's not even about the defense. It's about the offense. I need him to play some offense. I need him to play some offense. I don't know how they handle this, but it's okay. They should. Why do you hesitate so much? Just throw it up there. But this is where you see like where the real players play in these games that mean anything. I'm worried that Dyson Daniels was all about his repertoire and his resume. I need him to play defense even when the games don't count towards Defensive Player of the Year. Okay. This is bad. Please don't call timeout. Just stop getting scored on and score some freaking baskets. Yeah, yeah. I hate that they always just settle for free throws. This is gonna be it. GG's. He's drenched in sweat. He's trying. At least someone is. But he's got to wait. I feel like he's not the type to push his team very much. At least Trey's making all of his free throws, but I just don't know if that's going to be enough. It's always back to the free throws. That's not enough points. I just need more people to step up. It's really not on him. I just wish the percentages were higher from everybody and that they would. Yes, okay, that's a turnover. That's a forced turnover. Thank you, Georges Niang. You're a freaking beast. Same with Karis LeVert. And Onyeka's been doing well as well. Dyson, I like that they're giving him an opportunity, but you need to take it. You need to care a little bit. Screw defensive player of the year. Thank you. That was a great gamble. I loved that gamble. I loved that gamble. I'm telling you, these players, they hear me. Zach needs to score as well. Look at that beauty. I like that he's still shooting. I like that he's still shooting, but it's looking tough out here. I think he just needs to get his rhythm back. But they're playing good defense on him. They respect him a lot, which is good. That's a travel, and they're going to call a foul, of course. Just call the travel. Just call it. Yeah, right. He freaking had the ball. Excuse me. That was not healthy. I'm not going to slam this very flimsy desk. Trey's on the bench. Zach's on the bench. Dyson, please do something offensively. I know you're a defensive specialist, but I know you can score. I've seen you do it. Yes! Don't turn it over. 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 Okay, great. Oh, that is what I was looking for. Oh, look, he looks like he's about to cry. I'm so happy for him. He's like, oh, dang, he kills me out here. He finally got his steal. I was being so hard on him. He's literally 22 years old. He's so freaking young. So like, I really shouldn't be, but you just gotta wait. I know. It's different. I'm just so used to watching Trey, and he's like 27 or 26 or whatever old he is, and Dyson's only 22, but they're like literally equals on the court right there. They need to be at the same level, and you can't do it on one player. You need everybody to contribute. I'm so glad the Hawks are at home. Uh, the Heat have luckily not been able to make as many shots as they should have, but I'm stressing like crazy. But I'm glad Dyson got that steal. He looks so happy to break the ice right there. Oh. I'm just gonna open my book while I wait for this commercial break to be over. Oh, yeah, behind the back, he was fumbling it a little bit, and then he just they didn't even show anything. What the heck? Whatever. TNT, the broadcast. I'm starting to see why they get the smack. Oh, the most steals since Gary Payton, and his son's in the league now. That's cool. I didn't get to read everything else. They kind of just started up too quickly, but the Heat have the ball with 11-point difference in the game. But oh, and another steal. Let's go. This is how you win games. Oh my god, what a crazy transition three. I usually don't like those because I feel like they aren't high percentage shots, but when you have the right people shooting them who like stay locked in the whole time, that's impressive. I'm glad he made that. Tyler Hero is one of the players who can do that too. And he made a three to get it right back. So that one was a little bit tougher, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. This is tough. 11 points still. This is not a terrible deficit. 20 is like where you start to be like, dang, and they can come back from that. Good rebound. Good cut. Oh, he blocked it. No, don't challenge it. Wow, it's a good thing she's good. That was an amazing. From a certain angle, it looks like they touched it, but no, he didn't. He just lost it. Didn't have the balance there. Yeah, I like how heavy Tyler's getting played by Dyson. I just wish there was. Oh, good fake. Good. Good rebound. I'm like, I think this is a team that's worth winning and seeing in the playoffs, but they have to earn it. Score, Dyson. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Layups for days. The floater, I don't. I think the floaters are way more mental because there's like there's a certain precision that you have to have when you can't use the backboard. So like, if you got to get layups first, get the layups first. Oh, good defense. I love this. Give him a hard time. No 38 points for you tonight. I'm already calling it. Oh, Khalil Aware, what a great shot over Onyeka. He's a little bit of a smaller center, Onyeka is, but I like the pressure he was giving him. I think he's just gonna have to get some more points on the offensive end. That was good defense. He should have passed it out. I like this 11-point deficit, but more than that, dang, Veet's the one on Tyler now. Oh, he's fumbling it. That's that way! Ref! Oh my god, what a freaking joke. That was freaking fumbled. I can't believe this shit. That's worth a challenge. He touched it last. How in the heck? Well, I think he's mad. He's calling it a foul, but he got the ball first. He touched the ball and then he lost it. That's a crazy call if it's not going the other way. But I don't know if it's worth a challenge because they might call a foul if they. Who got the ball? Just show me who has the ball. Just show me who has the ball. Okay, the Heat. I think they were just settling there. They didn't want to call the foul, or did they? They didn't call the foul. It would have been the shot clock would have been at 14 if they did. Hands up. There it is. Good. Oh my god, he freaking made that. I can't believe it. Oh, 14 points. Trae Young's back in the game. I don't even know if that makes me comfortable. Good job. Honestly, they're like getting hot now. I can feel the energy coursing through their veins. Still at 11. Unfortunately, I think it's true. Zach is still just a rookie. I don't know if he can. He's ready to step up in moments like this. Might be safer to just keep him on the bench. What a crazy floater over two defenders. I like the defense that the Hawks are playing. Good. Good rebound. Oh, oh my goodness. That dude is a freaking beast. Georges Niang is so freaking good. I can't believe it. That he out rebounded two defenders and put it in so gently, like while he was under the rim. Uh, this is crazy. I can't. This is such a healthy lead in the double digits for the Heat. I just need them to get tired. Is all. What a pass. I just need the Heat to get tired is all. I'm so annoyed at how easily Karras just got cooked on that crossover. He's a right-handed. He's a right-handed player, so why would he want to go middle? I'm just saying it should have been a little bit more clear, but it's fine. They're tired too. I get it. I just hope that the Heat have less energy here. I think the Hawks want it more, but they have to. It does if they're not the better team. There's no guarantee. Oh, crap. Yeah, I got to remember not always unmute. I sometimes do that. Okay. I guess I'll have a little more time. These commercials are so long during the playoffs. Ugh. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's hear what Quinn Snyder's saying. Okay, he's pressuring for defense and offense, defense on the perimeter in particular, and he's saying basically that they're starting to feel a little uncomfortable. I hope so. I mean, 13-point game, it's crazy. It's still pretty. Seems Davion Mitchell missed his first free throw, but he made the second one, so now it's 14 points. I said 11 was healthy. 14, I'm getting a little nervous. I don't want it to get any higher than that. And in order to prevent a lead from getting bigger, not only do you have to play defense, you also have to score. These refs can't pay attention to what's going on. That was a good no touch from Trey. I like that. I wonder if he challenged that call. I honestly think the Hawks may have just gotten a challenge. Oh no, he's challenging it. He's true. He's nervous about the 14-point lead too. I like that. Don't let the lead get any bigger. I think it's going to be a successful challenge, but Trey would have to have taken his hand off the hot iron really quickly. That's only assuming that he didn't touch the iron to begin with. That was a quick challenge. It seems they both touched it at the same time, but Trey's going to yank his head. Yes, Trey. Yeah, that's solid as hell. He was quick with it. Way to trust your mans. It's true. The refs had no way of seeing that. Nobody was standing there to begin with. But even if they were there, I think it's really difficult to see in real time. Okay, Onyeka. Okay, Onyeka. Back to 11. That's the three I was looking for. I'm loving Larry Nance Jr. as a cheerleader on the sidelines. This kind of feels like a regular season game somehow. Ref! Referee. They almost made me blow my back out. That hurt like crazy. Luckily, this chair is really it moves a lot, but dang, that's a crazy. You can't call another challenge. That's crazy. It was so soft. I guess you can call it. It's a good call. It's a good call. I just hate it. I love Niang. He's so annoying. He's so freaking annoying. It's hilarious. I love that Quinn is. He's got like two other coaches there that are telling him exactly how it should be. He's got his help. This is crazy. There's a lot. All hands on deck. They want to win this real badly. I just don't know if it matters. 12-point game. Tyler Hero's still not on the floor, surprisingly. That's an unfortunate miss from Georges. That would have been a huge three to cut it to 9. Still, now it's 12 with that free throw, and now Wiggins could. Oh, Hero is on the floor. I had no idea. Yes, Trey, that's a rebound I like seeing. Get those hops up. Take it yourself, young buck. Thank you, ref. Get him in the bonus. Get him in the bonus. Looks like the Heat are in the bonus somehow. I don't know where all these fouls are coming from. Looks like he just swallowed gum, Trey. He's like chewing something. Crap. 2 for 10 hurts. I want them to play Reese to shame, but I also want them to win. Trey Young, why? The second one. Back to 11. Back to 11. Yes, Dyson, that was a good foul, but terrible transition offense. They almost had it, and they just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. Just didn't get it. This 11-point lead. I think the Heat are nervous. I really do. I just don't know how they jumped out to a 10-0 lead to start the game. It would be a close game if it wasn't for that. It makes me so mad. Honestly, I'm not gonna do it. I don't care how awesome it would look. I really want to bang my head against this table, but I'm not going to do that because I have self control. Georges Niang is the most reliable player I've ever seen in my life. These Cavaliers are crazy. Tyler Hero's looking a little nervous out there, which I think is good. I think there was some really good analysis from Quinn Snyder getting them a little uncomfortable. It's too easy, Onyeka. It's too freaking easy. Why is it still a 12-point game? Why? Why? Oh. It is so important that they score here. Just for mind's sake, it's 12 points right now, 17 seconds to play. Trey has the ball. Dyson setting the screen. Tyler comes up for the switch. Trey on Tyler. I would call for another screen, but he's not going to ask for it. He wants to do it himself. 6 seconds. He passes it to Karras. Wide open three. Drills it. That is what I'm talking about. Play some defense. Play some defense. Play some defense. Play some defense. Play some freaking defense. 2.4 seconds. Nothing. If it's half court, fine. All right, fine. He can shoot that. He can shoot that. If he makes that, fine. He missed it. Okay. Okay. It's crazy. MIA 62 53 ATL. Lovely. We're not back yet, but almost, I think. Should be. I think it ended around 09, and it's currently what, like 22? So 14-minute half usually should be another minute or two. I don't want to start reading yet, though. I'm like too zoned in. In a perfect world, the score would be 52-53. He barely made that three. But he's missed a good amount too, so I'm not going to complain about it. I was talking about Tyler Hero. They showed a replay where it just like barely went in, but it went in. He'd start with the ball. I guess that makes sense. The Hawks will start with it to start the fourth quarter. Zach Reese-Shay's back in the game. Starting lineups out there. God damn it. Fuck. Well, back to 12. But then again, they did get to start the half with the ball, so what the heck? How did that pass get through? I don't even believe it. And Dyson Daniels got a little lucky with that little floater. He looks so nervous. I feel so bad for being so hard on him. He's so young. It's crazy. Just do what you do, man. Just keep doing what you do. Great shot, Trey. Back to 10. Defense, please. Dyson is comedic. Dyson is freaking comedic. You are not that weak, my mans. You have strength. It's costing. It might cost them a playoff appearance. Put something under it. Good steal. Tyler Hero's been costing some turnovers because they're live ball. At least, I mean, Trey turns over the ball live as well, but they're like in the paint. This is at the top of the key. I think Tyler Hero's more of a true shooting guard than he is a point guard. The defense is picking up massively. There was just another score, but it's whatever. And it was the Hawks, and I missed it. I'm gonna go back and watch it because I can do that shit. It was Trey, I think. It was a three. It was a three from the corner. I didn't even get to see it, and they scored another basket on a steal. Maybe I gotta see this. I gotta watch this whole game. Dyson, good handoff. Excuse me. I love the emotion, but you're still down. You're still down. You gotta keep playing. Keep playing the game. Dang, this is such a big possession. He missed it. It's okay. Get the rebound. Oh, he didn't get it. No, fast break. Oh, he's too quick. Fuck. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Just fucking do something. Oh my god. I hate when they're so close to a freaking tie and they just blow it like that. So okay, there's still so much time. 20 minutes of game time. I need Zachary to take his time shooting these threes because, like, oh my goodness gracious. 2 5-point swings. Dude, get him off the court. I get that he's so good, but he's a rookie. He doesn't know what he's freaking doing. Good steal. Please, Zach, you have to score. Oh my god, he got it. God damn it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, just don't shoot it if you think you're going to miss it. This is the thing. I'm not going to rage. I like this phone. How does that pass even get off? Oh, Lord. I know he can do more than shoot threes. So it's back to like 9 rather than like 11. So it is an improvement. It just doesn't matter. You gotta play defense. This is one of the most intense games I've ever seen in my life. I'd fucking do the same thing if I was him. It's fine. Still a lot of game to be played, but that was fucking stupid. I knew that was going down. Well, I want to say GG's. Why do I feel like it was one on my tongue? I really just want to say GG's. This fucking sucks. It'd probably be better if I don't have a stake in this race anyway. They're so freaking bad. It hurts. What a waste of a game. 10 nothing to start the game. 9 straight after they cut it to 3. Unbefreaking believable. Good. I think this is an insanely defensive lineup right here. This is a really interesting coaching decision here. He's really, really trusting in the defense. He's gonna try to get this ISO. He changed his mind about Muhammad Gay. Luckily, they're picking up fouls, so I could help in the bonus later on. But either way, this has got to be defense into offense, defense into offense, defense into offense. Eric Spoelstra wants this game. Yeah, it's gonna have to be threes and defense. Defense. I like Terrence Mann on Tyler Hero. I hate everything in this fucking world. Oh my god. Fuck you, Kyle. Fucking flying his wings. I'd fucking throw the ball at his face. Dude, literally, I'd fucking throw the ball at his face. Yeah, thank you, George. Just do that shit. Let him fucking know. Fuck you. Dude, put a hand in his fucking face, dirty fuck. I can't believe that shit. I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna calm down. I'm getting really emotional right now. But I feel like Onyeka dared him. I wasn't talking about anybody there. I was talking about Anderson. I thought that was a little dirty, but fuck it. Whatever. It's not a big deal. Like just I'd be so I can't believe he didn't fucking defend that three. Like, put your hand up. You're so tall, Onyeka. Oh my god. That fucking was so fucked up. I didn't like that, Sally. That was so disrespectful. That was so disrespectful. Oh, he did put his hand up. Good. And it was a 2-pointer, so it's not as bad. But I still am kind of angry that he made that. Oh my god. Largest deficit, 17 points. I can't believe he got that ball back. This game is freaking so done. Terrence Mann with a big three. Need contributors from all cylinders. That was so locked in. Please play 2/3! Trae Young is such a gamer. I fucking love it. Rebound the freaking ball! Oh my god! What a fucking stupid possession that was. 3 tries. They're so nervous it hurts me. Dyson Daniels, how I love you. He has power. What a stupid foul. God, he's emotional. I love it. I love it, but I'm nervous for it. I don't know if this is the best time for these emotions to be running so high. Good choice. I love the way Trey leans. I don't care. I like that shot. I wish he made it. That would have been so legendary, but that's not his specialty, taking leads on three-pointers. But the fact that he took it, like, this is his specialty. Defense. I bet he's a Heat fan. Too bad. I'm hurting though. I think we're both stressing, I'm sure. I'm stressing like crazy. Tyler Hero's been slowing it up a little bit, but enjoy the game though. Enjoy the game. It's tied now. Start to finish. Dang it, let's hustle right there. Look at this. Oh man. I can't believe a Terrence fan made this layup so easily with someone on him like that. I like that profile picture. Oh no. There's so much on the line because whoever wins plays the Cavs, not the Celtics. You know, it's probably so loud in there. I'm not listening, so I can't tell, but I'm sure y'all can hear it really good. Oh, dang yo. Okay, that's fair. Have fun. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. Nah, no roughness. So serious. But that makes me happy that the stream quality is so good that it's so live like that. Bam Adebayo hitting it close. Hey, the Hawks are the ones with the lead right now, so we gotta be careful about talking about blowing leads. Well, I love that Trey Young just cooked Tyler Hero a little bit. Just he's got to have that stamp on the game. but it's not gonna. It's more than one person. But when your leader steps up like that, I like that. I like seeing that. But there's 7 minutes to go. I might go ahead and write that down. Copyright, my dude. I can't show the game on stream, unfortunately. You know that advertisement they say this is an express written consent of the NBA is the only way you can show it. So got to make some sacrifices, unfortunately. But I mean, yeah, there's a scoreboard though. Yeah, but still, YouTube can watch it after the fact because this stays on after the fact as its own video. So watching it, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't do it. I can't do it. They'll give me a warning and then they'll be like, nah. But I appreciate it. You know, it's never just us. There's always people all around. But cool to see it. I like the little squad we got going here. You know, I think it's a girl, the CEO. Not that that matters, but yeah. At least Max, you're not rooting for you're not we're not playing the Knicks right now. That'd be a whole different game right there. It matters what matters. This game? Who cares? As if the Knicks are getting to the conference finals. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They might. They might. Yeah. I'm gonna finish free. I like read during the commercials, so feel free, enjoy the game, talk it over. Clash of Kings. It's the second book in A Song of Ice and Fire. I can show this. That's not protected by copyright. I mean, I'm sure. I think I like even I could probably even read it if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. I got to save my voice for the screaming and stressing and crying. I just want to watch this next game, so I don't have to worry about this anymore. But if the Hawks lose, like it would be a well deserved loss. But if they win, that would be pretty amazing. They start every game lose with giving the other team a head start. So and they're not even that good. Like if you're good, fine, but they're kind of bad. So you can't be giving other teams head starts all the time. But it's okay. They're fighting at least. They got some grit. They got some fun. It's also good that they're at home. It makes such a difference. But yeah, Clash of Kings. Don't know who the Kings are. Well, in the book I do. Okay, the game's almost back on. 20. Finished my chapter. So I got no more reading. I just got to suffer through this game now. The Eastern Conference picture is looking pretty, honestly. I'm kind of excited for that Pacers Bucks game, especially now that Damian Lillard is considerably questionable to play at some point in the series, which is very surprising considering Wembanyama was supposed to be out for the whole season. And I guess it depends where it is. The shoulder might be closer to the heart than the thigh, or I don't know if it's more easily treatable or something. The Hawks have the ball up one. It would be great if they could add to this lead and just like put the game away. That would probably be the biggest deciding factor. And Dyson Daniels is finally putting power behind his floaters. I think the 22-year-old is finally gaining some confidence on this stage like this. Atlanta's not a big market, sure, but it's a little bit bigger than New Orleans. Oh no, wide open three. But we got some contests, and finally we got a rebounder in Dyson. 15 losses when leading after the third quarter for the Miami Heat is the most in the NBA. Wow, kind of tough. I mean, I can't. I don't know what to blame that on. If it's inexperience or what, because I'm definitely not blaming that on Eric Spoelstra. That somehow stayed in bounds. Play on, play on. Hand up. Good shot. I was worried about Bam. I was more worried about Andrew Wiggins, honestly, this whole time. He was probably like the biggest X factor because I thought he would have a lot to prove, considering he was the one who was traded for Butler. And he did pretty well to start the game, but it seems like they've either slowed him down or Coach Spolstra just stopped believing in him. Kind of like how Quinn Snyder just stopped believing in Zachary Risachet. Oh, free throws, the bane of my existence. Oh no, that's definitely an offensive foul. If they challenge that, they're gonna win it. Oh wow, they didn't call it. I'm really eager for the Hawks to reach the bonus, but yeah, apparently it was a foul, which I'm happy with. They're not saying it's a shooting foul though. I love Onyeka. Let's go. Defense. Come on. Keep celebrating, fine, but play defense. Pat Riley's over there nervous. Damn, that's called rocking the rim. That is rocking the rim right there. uh, 506. Davion Mitchell still thinks they can win. That's good. Can't make it too easy. Got to keep scoring. Got to keep scoring. Dude, just grab the rebound with two hands. Dyson's leaving it short again. But Karis LeVert is honestly a defensive menace. I had no idea that may have been why they picked him up. Wow, good no call. I mean, I don't know if it was a good no call. I'm just glad they didn't call it. One-point game again. At least it was a two, but still, they can take the lead if the Hawks don't score. The Hawks need to score. They can't keep leaving shots short. was the worst 3-point shot I've ever seen in my life. Dude, the Heat are being so disrespectful. I guess he's more concerned about the past, but you got to respect Tyler as well. He almost got that. I didn't even notice. It's all about defense here. It's just all about defense. There's still so much time, but you can't keep trading baskets if you're down. That was a great crossover move. I like that Dyson stuck with him, but great move to get close inside. Tyler's not the one taunting. Neither is Bam. It's all the secondaries. But I kind of just want to like crush them under fucking my foot. I hope the Hawks feel the same way, but there's no way the Heat are going to give it to them that easy. It's okay, Onyeka. You got to stay with it. Game's not over. It's all about rebounding and defense. It's all about it. It's all about it. Good rebounding. You call timeout. You call timeout. Call timeout. I don't trust this team. I don't trust this team. I don't trust them. Timeout. Fucking call timeout. Literally, all you had to freaking do. I can't even understand it. All you had to freaking do was call timeout. Why do you trust these people? They don't know what they're doing. Just call timeout. You have enough. Oh my god. There's the game. There's your game right there. Who do you want to foul? Who do you want to foul? Yeah, that's how it is. Luckily, I'm. It's just the nature. They just do this to me. Honestly, just freaking do this to me. Yeah, and I got the old Jeff Teague jersey on, so it's like back in the day. They haven't changed a bit, have they? Cost in close games like this. 2 timeouts they had. Nope. I don't want to use them. Use what you're given. I can't believe Dyson almost got that steal. It's not over yet, but you're just putting yourself in a really bad spot. Like, and even if they win this game by some miracle, like it was just so undeserved. That's definitely a heat ball. So you got to foul Tyler Hero now. And he's probably as good of a free throw shooter as Steph Curry. And who are you going to trust to shoot a three when you're down like this? 12.2 seconds. Now you want to use your timeout. I bet. What are you going to like drawing up a play with 40 seconds left? Like that is just disgraceful. And I get that Quinn Snyder had an all right career with the Utah Jazz, but okay, let's go in the Eastern Conference. It should be a little easier. Embarrassing. But I love the play-in tournament. I think it's a great addition. Earn your spot, earn your keep. Earn your spot, earn your keep. If you're not going to do that, bye-bye. Let's watch the Miami Heat try to do something. They're not a bad team by any means, and I hope they knew that going into this game. But nope, 10-0 to start the game. Take a look. Oh, we missed one. Timeout, timeout, timeout. Thank you. I can't believe they're getting bailed out like this. It's so undeserved. It's so undeserved, but like I'll take it however it happens, honestly. However it happens, if they can pull us out, overtime, double overtime, triple overtime, game winner, as long as they win, I don't really care, honestly. I'll be real. But I mean, I just hope that they have a decent memory and can remember that the reason they're even in this situation when, if we're being honest, I'm real after this whole game, like I think they have the better team. Maybe not. I might be just speaking out of fan bias because I know I have a lot of that, and I haven't watched as much of the Miami Heat as I have the Atlanta Hawks. But the thing is, like the fact that the Heat had the lead, like these consistent leads, all of that was usually because of bad play from the Hawks, more so than good play from the Heat, from what I've seen in this game at least. So like and every time they bring it back, they just crumble again. They miss so many shots that they just should be making. Wow. Cold as ice. Trae Young. Who is this? Who is this competing with? Is this everybody? I mean, it must be the season. First in game winners, first in assists, first in 3-pointers made. But I'm just gonna be so upset. I mean, he's really, really consistent. He doesn't really get phased very easily like everyone else on this team has. I just don't know if going for three is the best choice here, but that's just me. I play it safe when I can. But I've definitely seen him make threes in these situations, and it's awesome and it's really fun. And if he wants to be that level of Steph Curry, like, yeah, they go for three. They go for the win. I just hope they don't run out the clock, and I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that this extra timeout saves them somehow because they do have two. But he's inbounding the ball for some reason. At least they got it inbounds, but they're running out the clock. They got it to Trey. 8 seconds. Beat him. They called a foul. I'm so glad I'm ahead of people because if someone was ahead of me watching this, I would be freaking furious. Yeah, timeout. They use their second timeout. That's fine. And they're not in the bonus somehow. I don't know. They're not very clear with this because you could be the next up is the bonus and you don't know that for sure. So they said the Miami Heat are definitely in the bonus and the Hawks may or may not be on the next foul. Honestly, like just put me out of my misery if you're gonna do it to me. I just would love to see another Hawks Cavaliers matchup like in this day and age, but you gotta earn that spot. And I get that this is entertaining for the average fan or the casual or the NBA fan. Like happy for y'all, but for me, I'm like, this is just part of the game, though. I'm glad he didn't turn over the ball right. Oh, he stepped on the line like 3 times, dude. He stepped out of bounds. That is so funny. How do you miss that, dude? This man stepped out of bounds. Yo, show it, show it. They don't want to show the camera angle. This dude stepped on the line. That was so funny. Also, why is Trey Young inbounding the ball? Like, people aren't going to let him go. You need to save his money. Like, you're wasting time. Who is coaching? That's their last time out. Guys, now or never, honestly. Okay, Dyson's inbounding. I think that's a good choice. All right, I've seen this before. He made it. Let's go. Timeout. They're gonna call it. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Why? 1.3 seconds. Please, no. Just go to overtime. Why is there time on the clock? Oh God, they're gonna do. Why? Why couldn't they have just fouled him? Oh, man. I love that. I love the walk. It is in slow motion these game winners, but ooh, ah, god damn, it's so friggin' beautiful. I don't even know if he used the backboard right there. I kind of want to see it, but that was a great play comparatively. And he could have gone for three, and he chose. He knew the situation, and I think this is the type of time where overtime favors the better team. Always, almost always, the better team is favored by an overtime. And I'm not saying whether the Hawks or the Heat are the better team. I'm just saying in this instant, Trey Young thinks that the Hawks are the better team, so he trusts that they can win in overtime. Whereas when they're playing a team like the Celtics and they're down two, you need to end it in regulation because if you go to overtime, you're probably going to lose. So, like, I kind of like that confidence there, but it all comes down to defense, which I love because I don't think these teams in this day and age appreciate it enough, understanding that you cannot win games if anybody can score on you. You have to stop the other team from scoring baskets. That's honestly not the name of the game, but it kind of should be a little bit. Oh God. Oh my God. I know I'm not gonna promise anything. I'm gonna react if something bad happens right now. I know I shouldn't. I'll try and keep my cool, but I just cannot help it. Pass it to Tyler Hero. I dare you. No, wait, don't. Wait, I don't know. If he's all the way in the back court, like if we lose to a game winner at half court, fine. If it's like anything else though, like another Anthony Davis or something, hallelujah. Oh my God. I'm gonna relax before I hurt myself. I literally could have. I gotta relax, but I'm interested why they chose. Oh my god, that was scary. He hit the rim. Let's go. It's got to be it. It's got to be it. It's there. It's there. A lot of stress out here. I appreciate your support, JTV. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I know the Miami Heat are a popular team. I'm not hating if you're a Miami Heat fan. I'm just saying you could maybe talk to your players about doing this Hawk celebration when they're not on the Atlanta Hawks. All right, there's got to be a Miami Heat celebration that you can do that's a little better, like Flames or something like that. Don't be taking the Hawks celebration. Wizards will be there next year. Who in the place of the Heat or the place of the Hawks? I hope it's the place of the Hawks because I want them to move up. I'm sick and tired of them being in the play-in every year. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I just want to be patient. I'm like, all right, playoffs next year. I'm gonna have fun watching all these mediocre teams battle it out. Sorry if you're offended. If you're at the bottom of the playoffs, you're a little bit mediocre. Isn't terribly negative. Mediocre is not bad. It's just you're like middling. Thank you, mom. I appreciate it. That's nice. I got you. If you're in the middle of the standings, usually you're like not good enough to win the whole thing, but you're like it sounds mediocre sounds like a negative word, which is fair, but it's okay. I think the Wizards being mediocre would be a step up, though. No offense. I definitely think they have potential. I like their young core. I don't know who their coach is, but apparently he gets paid really well, so he must have some experience. But yeah, this game is taking its toll on my body. Like everything's like stressed. I'm not super hot, even though I'm wearing a hoodie. Usually I get kind of hot, but I think I have more space now. I've like cleared out my workspace and everything. I'm like renovating, not renovate. I'm just changing things up, adjusting it a little bit here and there. But I'm okay with some free basketball in this case. Usually, there's times where like the way the overtime happens is so important. Like it favors the home team being in overtime. But that's like the minimal. That's like literally the minimal in overtime. Usually home court, like if home court didn't decide the game in regulation, in overtime, it's probably not going to matter because everybody's already got like they're fresh. They've gotten their sweat, they've gotten their game on, like they're ready to go. So I just don't know. I just don't know how this game is going to end. I just really would like the Hawks to like have a little bit of self dignity because the Heat were being super disrespectful. And if someone's disrespectful to your face and they win at the end of the day, you're basically saying it's okay for you to disrespect me. So I would rather not, but if they lose, like fine, I guess. Like if you want, like, okay, fine, they win the tip. All right. The Hawks barely won the tip at the beginning of the game. The Heat player won it, but it went out of bounds on a Heat player. So the Hawks gained possession, but they didn't really win it. And that's okay. I think Onyeka, his strong suit is more scoring, but I like that switch. The Andrew Wiggins switch to Karis LeVert. That was so lucky. Please rebound. Good. Way to communicate right there. And they fouled him too. He was really mad that he missed that. It was a very slight miss. You can tell the emotions are starting to boil over a little bit here. But it's a big game, and they had a lead for the whole time. So like you kind of get a fresh start. You can't really afford to start slow here. Oh my god! Oh, dude, Terrence. It wasn't Terrence. I don't think it was Terrence Mann's fault right there. It was just like Trey. Trey does these things that he does these no look passes that are so good, but Terrence Mann is like a new player on this team. He got picked up at the trade deadline, so it was a little bit of an adjustment period. Oh no, that's a great shot from Tyler. That's a great shot. He needs some help there. But that's where you got to make these really important decisions where if you're going to do a no look pass, make sure that the person you're passing it to is looking at you. But it's hard to do if you're not looking yourself. Oh, wow, I like that. Please make that floater. I love that Trey has this sense of composure right there. I don't mind this start. If a team in overtime scores the first basket and it's a three, and the other team doesn't answer in any way, it's pretty bad. It's really, really difficult to come back from that. Two threes, that's what usually happens. They keep scoring threes. And then the other team has to be like, well, if I haven't scored at all. Whereas here, I think the Hawks can still try to score, but they turned it over. They keep going under screens, but honestly, in the NBA, they're so good at shooting that whether you go under, whether you go over, usually you need to switch or help if the shooter that you're playing against is very respectable. And I guess Davion Mitchell's putting himself in that category. So switch. There you go. There you go. Good switch. They're learning. They're adapting. 4 points isn't terrible with 3 to play. Oh my god! But Dyson got caught. Dyson got caught. This is the thing. 3 straight threes is how this game went. And that's where it's like now you have to answer with threes of your own. You don't really have much choice anymore. God damn it. I hope they get fucking swept. Oh my god. It's okay. This is gonna be a brutal little ending right here. I wanna see the play. I don't care that much about the three. Unless they're trying to show his celebration. Yeah, they're trying to show his emotion. But I wanna see what happened on the foul on the other end. That you should challenge that. I really think you should challenge that call. And they didn't. They didn't challenge it. They want to hold on to their timeout. Yeah. Clock is still going. Doesn't stop on a shot like this. 6 point game, 2+ to play. I should have wrote something for overtime. I'm sorry, but they're slowing it down a lot, which gives me a little bit of confidence. But Davion Mitchell's the man of the hour. Good thing he passed it. Another three would be nice, but there's no Georges Niang. They don't. The Hawks don't really have the repertoire for this. Oh yeah, they do. Wow, that was a really good. That was a really good fake. I was shocked that Bam Adebayo stepped back like that to give him so much space. I'm loving how mad Trey is. Don't foul, don't foul. Please miss. Oh my god, he's not going to. I love it. Dude, Trey is emotional right now. I think Trey's gonna have to take this game himself. Yeah, dude, he's a little bitch. But it's okay. You gotta make some it's good to make a name for yourself any way you can. Even if it is as a villain. Like, if it is as a villain, it's fine. Like some teams can really use villainy on their side. So like it's definitely helping the Heat in this situation. I like that Trey's not backing down from it though. I just need we need a lot here. This is an intense game. That floater really needed to go in, but he probably didn't need to dribble it right there. Oh my god, this is crazy. You're kind of giving him the the green light. Good game. Ooh. I'm pretty sure the next game's gonna start soon, but I'm gonna finish watching this one first. I think it's worth finishing it out. Yeah. I'm not crying, you're crying. It's okay. It'll help me enter the playoffs with less bias. I mean, I think there's some other teams that deserve the spot more. Did I think it was the Miami Heat? Not necessarily, but they have some very talented players, so I'm excited to see how they turn up. I think, like, if I had to predict, I think it would be a sweep by the Cavs, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm curious how old Davion Mitchell is, but I love that they're still playing like their lives. Like it's this game's fucking over. Get some rest. We'll be back next year. I'm kind of glad they don't have to shake hands like they do in hockey and stuff like that. I always think that's a little bit overrated. Like they're like, "Oh, sportsmanship, this and that." Like, if you wanna be sportsmanship like, but the Heat weren't sportsmanship like at all, so not all of them. You can see that, Andrew Wiggins and Bam Adebayo, like, you like in order for one to win, another has to lose, and you know how much it hurts to lose. So why are you going to kick somebody when they're down? So like I get the celebration, but I think he's trying to make a name for himself. Like it must be very challenging for him to have like the same last name as like a superstar in the league, like Donovan Mitchell, and the first initial as well, Davion. So I think he's trying to improve his career and stuff. But in the past, like if you remember Dylan Brooks against the Celtics and stuff like that, like that isn't really the best way to make that name for yourself because people see everything that you do. Even if you're really good at your job, if the way that you present yourself isn't favorable, people might have reasons not to hire you or not to play you in this case since it's basketball. But it was a very deserved loss. Like I'm not saying that the Heat didn't deserve to win. I'm just saying it wasn't a deserved win. Like if they had just kept that lead 10-15 the whole game, hats off. They let the Hawks climb back, but they answered every time. I think it was the coaching more than anything, but I just think the Hawks made too many mistakes, too little commitment on their own end to like holding themselves accountable, holding your teammates accountable. The fact that they even got it to overtime was very impressive. I'm glad they were able to put on a show, which, if we're being real, is all the play in is. The play in is purely for entertainment and for watching. And you get some okay basketball, but at the end of it all, like you want the NBA Finals, and none of these teams, except for the Miami Heat a couple of years back, very impressive that they made it to the NBA Finals. I don't think that's going to happen again for a very, 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 very long time. However, the fact that you have to earn your keep at 8 or 7, either way, I think that does make it that the competition is stronger there rather than you're just there. So yeah, I can't hear what Tyler's saying. I'm sure he's being very grown and respectful. I think he's a little older now. So and he played great. He made the threes that he had to hit. He started a little slow, but he didn't let it phase him. And he had a lot of really good players around him. But I think more than anything, I give this win to Eric Spoelstra. You don't really see all that stuff that happens behind the scenes. And the TNT broadcast put a lot more light on Quinn Snyder than they did Eric Spoelstra. And so we can't know what was being said on that end, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty good. I'm pretty sure what he was saying was pretty good. They had a game plan, they executed it, they came out the gates ready to play, and they looked like they wanted to win. It wasn't just like we gotta do our thing. And I know I didn't mind it. I got to see how the Hawks were like preparing for the game. So they said like the main thing that was said was we got to take care of business and win. And that makes it seem as if it's their job to win this game. Like this is what they're here for. But you like in any situation like this where a lot can happen, like even if you lose the game, you're still going to get paid. So it's really not your business to like win. Your business is to go out there and play basketball and play the best that you can. And so I think they did that. I think they did their job. They played basketball, they played well. I just think that all the extra stuff, like the bonus at the end of the year, they might not get that. Uh-huh. So it looks like I have to change the broadcast. I think it's on this one's gonna be on ESPN, it seems. Oh, and they waited for the other game to be over. I love that they do that. Even with an overtime, huh? 6:45. Yeah, they're starting at 15 minutes late. That's fine. Memphis started out with the 3, so they're starting a little bit better than the Hawks did here. Running 3 from Klay Thompson is an interesting choice. I'm impressed with the way the Grizzlies are playing right out the gate. They look like, oh my God, John Morant, that was sexy. Oh my God, that was so sexy. He did this as like behind the back move and dished it off right there. That's awesome. I hate that they show the replays that I just don't care about. There it is. Oh! Oh! I gotta learn how to do that, Jazz. Good defense by Derek Lively. So the difference here is that instead of 10-0, it's 7-3. Wow, was that an and one? Wow, John Morant, you legend. I like that die he has. He's always had it, but it's just different watching it in a game that's so important like this. Oh no, he missed. Why did they give him credit for the basket? Stupid. Maybe they just knew he was going to make both of his free throws. That's a possibility. They've got some fight, the Dallas Mavericks do. This is going to be a good game, but they're playing on the road. And the reason I gave them credit that they could possibly win this game was because of their performance on the road against the Kings. I thought that that team was really good, and they were on the road there as well. So I think the Mavs have the capability for sure. It's just that the Grizzlies look like they're good. Like they were a top 3 seed for a great majority of this year during the regular season. So they're a very good team. They just kind of fell off. There was a lot of like drama within them. Quick, that was a good hard foul on Anthony Davis. He's going to shoot some free throws as well. I kind of like his free throw shooting routine a lot. I might have to pay more attention to it. He used to play point guard in high school, believe it or not, even though he was so tall. That's why he has good handles, I guess. I think he got more taller though. Dang, my voice, I'm like feeling it. That's awesome though. I love feeling things. That's why I love watching basketball so much. It just makes me feel so much. So clearly I've been using my voice. Takes one dribble, he adjusts his feet, and then he strains it and shoots it. Okay. Takes a deep breath, one dribble, sets his feet, drills it. Okay, good to know. I'm going to pay attention to that. I'm going to have to take some free throws, very likely, in the near future that matter. Very good stuff. Jaren Jackson Jr. still hitting his threes, kind of like that. Oh, bit of a lazy pass dropped by Najee Marshall. Did a little drop bounce pass in front of Anthony Davis. He wasn't ready for it, but the game's going. They can't keep showing the replays. Najee Marshall got it right back. Passes it up to Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson opts to go back to his splash bro days. Pulls up for three in transition despite having space to drive. I love that. That's the Klay Thompson we like watching out here. Yeah, the play-in versus Sacramento, he was 5 for 7 from three. I don't know what that percentage is. I'm trying to think about how many times 7 goes into 100. Let's see. I know 8 goes into 112 and a half times, and 6 times, about 16 and a half. So somewhere between 16 and a half and 12 and a half. So we'll say like 14. So 14 times 5, 28, 56, 70% from three. That's quite good. That's like insanely good, honestly. They average a 50%. 55 is insane. So to go 70, it was a smaller sample size, of course. That's pretty impressive. Anthony Davis sizing up Zach Edey, but Zach Edey's got some size. No matter how young he is, he can be intimidating. Najee Marshall doing a little step back on Ja, and Ja tried to recover, and it looked like he did, but Najee Marshall knocked it down. He's been getting so many minutes ever since the Luka trade. Hmm. Scottie Pippen Jr. I really like watching him. He's so fun. He's going back at him, Najee. But this time, Ja was playing really good defense. I'm surprised he took it right back to him. But I guess it was kind of like a a trial run to see if like it was a fluke or not. And now he knows, okay, it was kind of a fluke. I like the way Ja is still so aggressive. No matter how he twisted his ankle pretty bad last game. I was a little worried about him, but he does not look like that ankle is bothering him at all. I wonder if he's wearing a brace. No, and he's stopping and dropping like crazy. He's got all these moves and everything, and he's working off his assists. That was my biggest complaint about Kyrie Irving, and I know there's that like viral video of LeBron being asked right when Kyrie's right next to him, "What do you think about Kyrie having 0 assists?" And he defended him and stuff. I agree with that point a lot about Kyrie's game. He's really, really fun to watch. He's really, really good offensively, but his strength is not passing, and it looks like Anthony Davis and John Moran are getting chippy already. It seems like Ja is the instigator, which does not surprise me in the absolute slightest. So the question is, how is Anthony Davis going to react to this? Yeah, I'm still thinking about all those taunts from the Miami Heat. I'm curious how the Hawks are going to respond to this. So the offseason is going to be very, very big. I think like the Hawks have to improve somehow. I don't know if they can make changes to improve. I think it all just comes down to putting in the work, but looks like they're going to play less games. Anthony Davis did not handle the trash talking well. He turns over the ball to Desmond Bain, who passes it once, who passes it again to Santi Aldama, who unfortunately misses, but Zach Edey scores the rebound. See, it was there were a lot of things wrong with that Hawks game. And I know there's another game going on. I'm going to write this down. 10-20-644. 10-20 Mem 644. There were a lot of things wrong with that game, but the main thing was the slow start and Zach Ricochet playing like he wasn't even there. And when he was there, he was hurting the team, which I get it. You can't make every shot that you make. But if you're missing almost every single one of your shots, you are a detriment to your team, unfortunately. And that's what's so risky. And that's what I love about basketball so much is that even in soccer, if you miss all the shots that you take, you're like, all right, well, at least he was shooting. In basketball, it's so difficult to gain possession. Other that's not given to you. So like when you give it up, and the other team like every possession is so much more lethal because the other team has a very high chance of scoring. Whereas in soccer, the other team, even if they have the ball the whole game, there's a chance they never score. So if you score one time, I know soccer's a little bit of a difficult analysis here, but it's the most relevant one that I think applies here. With basketball, if you miss your shot and your team does not secure the rebound, you've basically turned over the ball. Except it's because it's a live ball turnover. There's no inbounds. You're just straight going the other way. And that happened twice where the other team, the Miami Heat in this case, made a three off of that miss. So if you miss, you're giving up, you're losing, you're missing out. This is what that's about it. You're missing out on 2 to 3 points. And when the other team goes and scores another three, you basically are giving the other team 5 or 6 points, even sometimes. And when in a game that's divided by or differentiated by 10 points or even 9, 6 makes a huge difference. And as I mentioned earlier, the Hawks had cut it to 3, and then within an instant, back to 9, back to 10, back to 11, back to 12. It was costly. It was a very challenging game overall. I think the Miami Heat earned that win. It was an earned win. I don't know if it was a deserved win, but they earned it for sure. They fought for it, and I'm happy, honestly, for Davion Mitchell. I don't take it to heart. I'm not gonna wish any harm on Davion Mitchell or anything like that, other than maybe I hope the Miami Heat gets swept. But that's just me being bitter. If it's a good series, fine. But I'm being a little bitter. I want the Cavaliers to be able to do what the Hawks couldn't. And that's the questionable thing with the matchups, right? There were a couple of trades that the Hawks made at the deadline. One of them being DeAndre Hunter to the Cavs in particular for Georges Niang and Karis LeVert. So that matchup in the first round would have been pretty interesting. It would have been very interesting to see how that would end up. Like to see the old teammates talking and playing in a game. But at the same time, like sometimes you just gotta say, like, it's your year. Like, thank you. Like, it's your year, you know. So I don't mind that it was the Cavs that they're gonna have that. I just hope that it's true that the Hawks were a better team than the not the Cavs, because I know they're not. That they were a better team than the Heat, because I want the Heat to lose in a humiliating fashion because they humiliated the Hawks. So I want to give them a taste of their own medicine. It's okay. That's just me being a fan. I hope it's. I'm gonna watch every game. Like I said, this stream is gonna be like 100% of the games, other than the ones that happen at the same time. So I guess that might be a little bit of an issue. How I'm gonna pick which games to watch and how. I might need another screen, honestly. Maybe I want to have. I might need another screen, but I can't watch two things at the same. Not another screen for the games because I can only watch one at a time. I don't have anything that lets me watch more. Ooh, I might. We'll see. I think I might be able to try to watch two games at the same time. I might be able to do that. It won't be easy, but it is possible. So when those games are happening at the same time, I can try. I think I might be able to manage that. We'll worry about that next week, though. Saturday, I'm gonna be here. It's just tomorrow. I'm gonna be here all freaking day. I'll take some breaks, but they're like at halftime, like at each halftime. But other than that, I'm just gonna be freaking. I'm gonna have to like stretch and like walk around and stuff like that. But I'll be okay. I just wish my desk was a little bit taller. I'm almost. I think I'm gonna. Nah, I should be okay, but it's not gonna be super obvious. I'll be like this. Nah, I'm just gonna sit down. This chair's not that uncomfortable. I think I'm gonna do is I might just hold my phone that I'm watching it on. But it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to like find places to charge it and stuff. Yeah, this should be good. I'm gonna get a little comfortable. I apologize. Hopefully the microphone is still working okay. Yeah, it's fine. I fucking love John Morant so much. I know he's got his drama off the court, on the court, whatever, but I love the way he plays basketball. Points in the paint are all going Memphis's way. It seems like Dallas has only been able to score off of those long threes, but Anthony Davis will get them on the board. That's good. 2 points now for them. So 12-23. Desmond Bane is going to be a huge factor in this game. Sometimes it really just comes down to personnel, and the Grizzlies might have more lethal threats. It would be nice for the Grizzlies to be in the playoffs, honestly. I just think the Mavericks have what it takes. So I think this game will be good. Anthony Davis hit a jump shot. Desmond Bane passes up a jump shot. Santi Aldama. I think this is going to be a comfortable win for the Grizzlies, but I don't want to speak too soon. But I will. I did. Yeah, the percentages are in favor of the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have about what's 1/8 of 50 now. I got to do even more. It's like 56% versus. I don't see the numbers anymore. Excuse me. Dallas has like under 50. No foul call on the jump shot for Anthony Davis. I think they should probably just wait until next year. The Mavericks should. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That is beautiful. That's the John Morant I like seeing. Oh no, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rock that rim. God damn, yeah. Oh, I knew it. Oh God, he was so angry at that rim. I love it. Be angry. Thank you for missing my brother. Oh, he dunked on his own player. The way it hits him after the fact. God damn. Oh, it's crazy. That's so funny. Oh man. That's so funny. That's awesome. So these pinned messages, you got to remember if you're going in the live replay after the fact, what I post if it's there, you're gonna have to rewind to see what happened before I posted if you want to see it after that. So I don't. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Even though it's like a 15-point game, that way if people like want to see that reaction, they can. Because it's about 15-point game right now, but it's a commercial break, and I ran out of book to read. I finished my chapter, so I'm gonna have to figure this out. I still got plenty of charge, which is good. Tomorrow's gonna be a really big problem getting charge done. Hmm. It shouldn't be terrible though. I could read another chapter. I guess there's like I don't know if there's enough game time left. How can I kill time during these timeouts? Yeah, because I don't want to just talk for the entire game either, unless I have like someone to talk, like if there's a response going somehow. But because overall, I just think that I think it's good to save my voice a little bit because I realize your voice is, you can't really call it a muscle, but it's like it has a usage rate. Like if you use it too much, like it gets tired. It gets tired, especially here. Like I've done reading streams on Twitch, and like so in that case, my vocal cords, I guess, they get tired. But here, like when I'm yelling, like they get strained. But it's different. It's okay, and I don't think I should lose my voice unless there's a game 7 2016. Like 2016 NBA Finals game 7 where the game was that close the entire time. I would not. I remember that. Like I'm so glad I watched that game start to finish. That was really cool. That was really cool. But that dunk, I love it. That was so great. Oh, so great. Yeah. I love Ja. He's so awesome. I get it. I get it. He's got his. Uh, I'll talk about that in the future video. Like, right, it's not going to be titled that or anything about Ja, but he like, I know people who like firearms and stuff like that, so I get why like he probably does. I just think that you got to understand that not everybody does. So like being too outward about that, especially on a platform where so many people see it, of all different types of people too. Like not everyone's gonna like it. So I understand that the NBA needed to discipline him in a certain way. I'm glad it wasn't a suspension. And I'm curious if he didn't even celebrate after this one, which sometimes it's like you got to be careful with celebrations because they can be disrespectful. They really can be. So I mean, it's up to you if you care about being disrespectful or not. Honestly. Oh my God, this Grizzlies team is showing up. The defense wins championships team. But I love the scramble. Like these are the types of games that I like watching, and that's what's so good about the play-in is that the winner of that game matters more than like a game 1 or a game 2 or a game 3. Game 1, yeah, it's pretty important to win that one. People want to win it really badly. Game 5, oh, but game 7 is the only time you really get that like this is it, do or die. So I feel like it's cool to see this here happen again. And I like that the Hawks, I know it sucks, it's my team, but I like that an 8 seed lost because sometimes you see since it's double elimination, oh, I lost the first game, it's whatever, I'll win the next one. But coming off of a loss, like you're more likely to lose. And coming off of a win, you're more likely to win. I know that doesn't seem like it's always the case, but momentum, streakiness, it's all a mental thing. So if you feel good, you're more likely to play good. If you feel bad, you're more likely to play bad. And when you lose, you're more likely to feel bad. And when you win, you're more likely to feel good. So I'm proud of the Miami Heat coming off of a win. They managed to win again. I'm proud of Davion Mitchell. I'm excited to see how he develops as a player. I don't know who the players were that were doing the Hawk thing. I don't remember who it was, but those people, that bothered me a lot. I thought that was a little disrespectful. I didn't like that. But whatever, it's part of the game. You got to take that. I don't hate it. I don't hate that it's a part of the game. I'm not mad that they did it. I wouldn't go and complain to anybody. I liked that's why I gained so much respect for Jalen Brunson after the one of the tournament games where Trey Young did the dice. Like he after they were going to win and they were going to Vegas, he pretended he was throwing dice on the court, and Jalen Brunson looked at him and looked away. And then when he was asked about it, he said, "If we don't want him to do that, we should win the game." And I agree. Okay, it was Kyle Anderson. If you don't want Kyle Anderson to do the flappy wings, don't let him make threes. I completely agree with that. I definitely lost respect for him. I don't like him that much as a player, but it's okay. I think I personally, it's of the fact, especially with a player like him, because he played on the Timberwolves and the Warriors. I spoke about him recently on a stream, but I remember him mostly on the Timberwolves, and I feel like his play really hurt that team. He had his moments, and he got a lot of minutes, surprisingly. but he was really iffy. Like he sometimes like he had like good stats and stuff, but I don't think he always helped his team win. And usually the people that are the loudest are the ones that do the least. And he definitely hit a couple of threes. He made a difference there, but I liked a lot that Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, the guys who got them that win, most notably without being seen. Because yeah, Davion Mitchell. If you're just watching the game casually, you don't know any of the players coming out there. You probably didn't even see Tyler Hero make some of those threes. You probably didn't even see Bam Adebayo make some of those mid ranges. But Davion Mitchell, you saw him. So if I appreciate those fans who were in the building who had never seen him play before. He gave him a show. It's good, cool for him. But I hope they get swept. Oh man. I don't know if they have. I like it. It should be an interesting series. I just when they had Jimmy Butler, like I wasn't as surprised because when they were matched up, so a couple of years back for context, they were the 8th seed. They were in a very similar situation where they lost, except they were the 7 originally. They lost the first game. They won the second one to get the 8th seed and face off against the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. A couple of years before that, maybe 2 or 3. No, I think it was 2. The Heat had upset the Bucks already. So they had their number. They had similar players. The Heat had a really good matchup. Like, and this game is kind of getting blown out of the water. I'll talk about it in a bit. But the Grizzlies are up by 20 when the Mavericks have only managed 16 points in 10 minutes compared to the 37 of the Grizzlies. But as I was saying, since even though it was an 8-1 matchup and the Heat didn't have home court advantage, once they've won game 1, you're like, well, they have home court advantage and the Heat have a good record, good history against this Milwaukee Bucks team. Can they do it? So they won that game. They won that series. And then they won again. And then they won again and they made it to the finals. That was crazy. But I feel like that's where the mental game, like that happens so much in the playoffs that I think Davion Mitchell got the better of the Hawks in this one with the mental game. And maybe Kyle Anderson did too, you know? Maybe he did. Maybe he did contribute to that. I just didn't like it. So I'm gonna say that. You just see that these players, like, they have their own way to put their mark on the game, which is cool. I just don't know if the Heat have that type of player right now to win against a number 1 seed that has a whole team. With the Bucks, they didn't have Damian Lillard at the time. They had some good players. They had Drew Holiday, they had Chris Middleton, but those are good players, and those are good players on really good teams. They'll make a difference. But the reason the Bucks had the 1 seed was solely because they had a legendary athlete in Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is so difficult to guard. I'm not going to say impossible because I've seen him be guarded before, and I think that's why the Heat were able to win that game because they were able to guard him or at least like mitigate him. So I just don't know. I don't know. Like Donovan Mitchell doesn't do it on his own. Even if he's the best player on that team, he has so much help. And Kenny Atkinson, he used to be the assistant coach for the Hawks, and he took on a couple of coaching jobs in the future with Brooklyn, maybe another team in between. And the fact that he's able to bring this team to number 1, kind of like Steve Kerr did with the Warriors back in the day, you can tell like he knows what he's doing. He's like, so I don't really think the Heat stand a chance to win the series. Maybe they can win a game. Maybe they can win 2. But I also think it's possible that they win none. And that's what I'm rooting for. I'm being a little bit of a hater, I know, but I got a lot of love to give, but you got to bring some hate to the table too. Just don't, that is a very aggressive thing to say because that's like, you gotta mitigate the hate. Because I think when people call people haters, it's not really saying like, oh, I hate that. I wish ill upon them. It's like, I want them to lose the game. That is like the type of hate that I'm talking about. And that's what I love so much about sports in general is that you can imitate like a battlefield like setting where it can be life or death, win or lose, like go home, don't. But it's just basketball. So like, I don't feel that bad wishing ill on a basketball player's performance in a game. Like I don't want that to take that home with them. I'm not even thinking about that. I'm not thinking about that at all. So I use that word hate very lightly in this setting, but just I hope that can be understood a little bit. But I don't hate Davion Mitchell. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I honestly love him. I love what he did for that game. I just hope he loses next. But it's cool. The fact that I'm talking about him in general means he did what he wanted to do. And you gotta live your life the way you want to. Like you want to celebrate that way. You want to get in their mouth. You want to talk. You want to chirp the best player on the other team and get a reaction out of him. That's what he did. he got a reaction out of Trae Young, and Trae was able to do a little bit of things. And Trae got the better of Tyler Hero a little bit in that game in certain instances. But I mean, there must have been something else going on. I don't know. It was a great game. And that's the thing. It's cool because it's kind of like a game for the ages that is probably never going to be watched again. And that's an exaggeration. I'm sure someone in the world will watch it again somewhere somehow. But overall, it's not going to be like like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Because there are some games they air on NBA TV, like historic games, and you can find some in the vault of NBA, like the NBA app and stuff like that from like the 80s and the 90s, which is really cool to see. Maybe that could make the cut. It's just, and it would have better quality too. So that's interesting. So yeah, the Memphis Grizzlies are probably going to run away with this game. I'm still going to watch the entirety of it because I want to stay. I want 100%. I've started. Oh my god, that was pretty good. He just ran across the court and scored a 2. I don't know who this is, number 10 on the Mavs. And they zoom in on Ja looking like on the bench, like he was unimpressed with his team giving up that layup on the other end. It was a pretty good it was I don't know if it was kind of like a Ja move. Let me I think it's 39-22 or 39-24 now. Yeah, that's different. That's different. By the way, the opposing team is always going to be listed first. That's just how basketball is orchestrated. In soccer, the home team is always listed first, which I guess it kind of goes to show a little bit. You know, they usually the most typical instance of this is where you hear ladies first, like you're being polite, you let the lady go first. And often in other cases, like where gentlemanly or not gentleman, or where you're hosting, you want to give your guest the better experience. You want to be polite to them. So in this case, it seems more like in basketball, you treat the team that you're playing against, as a guest in your home, rather than in soccer where you're inviting this is gonna be a vulgar. I'm sorry, like a pig to be slaughtered. And so it seems like it is a little different. I know soccer is seems like, oh, they flop all the time. They're not like, oh, macho and stuff, but they take that sport very seriously, like win or lose, like and everything like that. So it is a bit of a harsher sport in some aspects than basketball. Like basketball is kind of like for fun. You just like shoot around on the court. You like have friends. You like shoot like this or that. It's very peaceful, and it can get pretty chippy at times. But yeah, the home team in basketball is always listed first. I mean, the away team in basketball is always listed first, and the home team is always listed second or last. So Dallas 24, Memphis 39. Pretty impressive quarter. Anytime you can score 40 points in a quarter, you're in really good shape. The Grizzlies did not eclipse that point, but so it's not like game over, but it's pretty good. End of Q1. That was really cool, though. I'm happy with that dunk. I don't know. I think they lost the game at that point. Momentum is such a big thing. You got to make big plays like that, and especially when you're at home. Because if Ja were to have done that, yep, they're showing the replay, of course. 12 points for his number, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. All around game from him, very impressive. Yeah, I was saying something, and I lost my train of thought right there. So, yeah, momentum. If he were to have done that in an opposing arena, kind of like Anthony Edwards last year against the Utah Jazz, I'm pretty sure that poster dunk he had on John Collins, who used to be a Hawk, he got that posterizing dunk in an away arena, and everyone is just kind of like in shock. Like, whoa. So it's a little bit harder to ride that momentum. You can still ride it, but it's mostly within your team and your bench. Like, you ride that. And maybe some fans in the arena that like what they see. Like, when you can turn the away fans against their own team, that's pretty game changing as well. So I didn't watch that game live, so I can't really say how the game was affected at that point. But in this case, the fact that Ja had like a dunk like that at home, that just deflates the other team right at the gate because you're deafened. You can't even hear what your own team, the person next to you, is saying to you anymore because of what happened 10 minutes ago. Yeah. So it's going to be really, really difficult for the Mavericks to come back from this deficit, especially with a team that they're playing against being the team that they were this year. Like, it wasn't some middling team like the Hawks were, like in and out of playoff contention here and there, always below 500. This Grizzlies team was very respected for a very long time. And the reason they fell down in the rankings was because they lost 5 or 6 games by like 4 to 5 points each time. Sometimes less. I'm just overshooting it to be more accurate. But it looks like the Grizzlies are playing really, really good defense. So that's the thing. If you want to mount a comeback, you have to play defense, not the other team. The other team shouldn't be leading the defensive effort. But I think this is where I'm going to say that the Grizzlies have a deserved win, where I didn't want to say that for the Heat, because it looks like they're going to hold this 15-point-ish lead for the whole game. I don't know if that's going to change. And the reason I say that is because I don't think that they have a player that can do it by himself. Like, it would have to be a team collective effort. And Jason Kidd is over there on the bench looking defeated already. Like, he looks like he's in bad shape. And that's another thing. Sorry, I know I'm babbling a lot, but the Mavericks Arena, the American Airlines, whatever it's called now, that arena is huge. I have been there before. It is gigantic. So I think the home court advantage matters a lot more to them there. But the Grizzlies arena, from what I'm seeing, I haven't been there. I hope to go there one day because I want to visit all 30 arenas, maybe more if they end up being more in the future. It looks smaller. And smaller arenas, TD Garden, Boston's arena, I have been to. That arena is small, and that is why it gets so loud. Because there's so much more echo. Like, it's a science thing. The vibrations bounce off the wall and come back to you. So it's pretty gruesome. It's pretty gruesome playing in a small. As a player too, when I was in high school, I was playing in Jersey, like this high school, Nutley, it was called. And we just walked in though, didn't know what we were getting into. They shot the lights out. Their threes were crazy. They shot so many threes, and the arena was so loud I couldn't even hear myself think. And I didn't play that much on varsity. But when I got on the court during that game, I missed a wide open, not a wide, I missed a layup. I was right under the basket. I was on the left side and I overshot it. And everyone in the arena like started laughing. And it's funny, like, you don't expect varsity players to miss layups. And I wasn't like one of the best players by any means, so I wasn't used to that situation. I was probably more like Reese Shea in that point, where I was like not used to being in like an atmosphere like that. But like, that's a shot I should have made, and it was on the left side, admittedly. So like, if it was right, I guarantee you I would have made it. But on the left side, it's just a little funky. Now I know like how to do it. I've practiced that shot like for ages after that. It's a layup, right? Why should I be practicing it? I don't want to miss a shot like that ever again in my life. And I haven't yet. Where I catch the rebound, I'm very good at putting it back up now. But and on the run, I've always been really good at finishing layups. I have the little kiss off the glass. I really like it. Both sides for the most part. But I'll never forget missing that shot because everybody in the arena just started laughing, and it was so small. But you put yourself in those you put yourself in those positions as a player where you're being seen, but you want people to see you. You want to be seen when you're out there. So I'm happy for you, Davion. Enjoy your moment. I still hope you get swept. I'm not backing down from that. But let's talk about this game now. Desmond Bane just shot a three. As I was saying that, he drills it, turns the lead into 23, 47-24. Mavericks have not scored, and they have to call timeout. I kind of want to emphasize that point. I think I'm going to emphasize that point. That yeah, this game's not going to be super. It's not going to be the same by any means, but that's okay. We ain't mad about it. You can't have that every single time. And that's what I was kind of expecting as well. I know I've watched basketball for a long time, and I've had League Pass for nearly 10 years now. So I've seen a lot of games, and I hop between games. For every 10 games there's usually one or two close ones. So if there's only 2 games in a night, the odds that one of them is close is pretty low. We saw that yesterday or 2 days ago, 2 not close games. Whereas today we got a close game, but the odds that this one's close to are not that high. Especially in the playoffs where teams want to win way more, they leave less and less to chance each time. So you play hard. You play hard and you keep a healthy 10 to 15 point lead. You want to make sure you have a goal, like a soccer. If you're playing soccer, a goal is like a lot more than 2 points. So it's probably more comfortable every time you see like a 15-point, 10-point win, they won by a goal. Whereas like there's nothing really whereas like if it's a win by 1 or 2, it was probably a draw in soccer. But you can't have draws in basketball, which is another thing that makes it so exciting. They play until somebody wins, no matter how many overtimes it takes. At different levels, there's different rules for it. In the NBA, they make you play. In hockey, they make you play. Except in hockey, it is sudden death. It is sudden death. Whereas in basketball, it's only sudden death at like AAU level or high school or even adult league level, I think. And that's usually a double overtime. Usually single overtime. They let you play it out almost always, depending on how tight the schedules are, because you have to like reserve gyms. Whereas these arenas are built for these games. Like you have all the freedom in the world when you own the freaking building that your team plays in. So it varies. It varies. So this game is probably going to be a little longer. I don't know how I'm going to entertain myself on these commercials because don't want to. I'm going to read another chapter probably, or should I? I don't know. I'm not. I don't want. I'll read that chapter tomorrow. I think I'm going to read 2 chapters tomorrow because it's 4 games. Yeah, I don't really know. I guess I could like. Yeah, yeah. No, I got to find something to do. I guess no, I can't. I could. I mean, I could. I guess I'll play some guitar. I did stream guitar one time, and I haven't. I need to practice because I'm trying. I want to perform on my Instagram. It's a little more personal, but like I still like to show that sometimes. It's public, but I'm not going to share it. If you find it, you find it. But I know people didn't sign up for this, but I'm gonna have it here anyway, just nearby. I'm not gonna have it in the shot. I'm not trying to like. But this is my guitar. I have it on one of. I changed the strings on it on the stream one time, but it'll help me kill some time. The song I'm trying to learn how to play is like 4 to 5 minutes long, so maybe less. It might be like 3 minutes. So I probably could play it twice or so each time. There's a decent break during halftime, though. I'm gonna put the "Be Right Back" sign again, and maybe I don't know. I might eat a little snack. I'm probably gonna drink something to get my throat a little more lubricated. That's the best word I can use. I'm sorry, but because I've been speaking a lot. I love basketball. I could talk about basketball for hours. That's why I'm challenging myself to do this for many reasons, but that is one of them. I like talking about basketball. I like watching basketball, and not only do I like watching basketball, I love watching basketball to the point that I would force myself to watch every single game of this playoffs if I can. Like I know there's going to be some at the same time, so I'll watch both. I'll go back and forth, but that'll be kind of good. Nah, I don't think I'm going to watch them at the same time. That way I can like go back and forward on commercial breaks depending on what people are most interested in seeing. Because I'll probably hear some feedback sometimes within chat what games certain people are watching or want me to watch at that time. I'll probably make most of the choices myself, but if you want to make your voice heard, we'll hear it. I love Scottie Pippen Jr. and John Moran is already on the bench. He might be there for the rest of the game if they don't break this lead. Because this could be a blowout. The Mavericks have not scored a field goal this quarter, and for that matter, they haven't scored a point. The reason a team can have 0 for 6 field goals and have scored a point is if they get fouled. They don't count that. They still a free throw. You can score points, but not 2s, not 3s. It's got to be a free throw for a 0 field goal to have points. Jaren Jackson Jr. I love the way he shoots his threes because he like leans into them. He kind of shoots them like George's Niang, but George just shoots it a little faster. But I think Jaren Jackson might have a higher percentage. I would have to check that. I'm not a big numbers guy when it comes to sports. I like watching the game and making my own interpretations because I just feel like there's so much in between the game and there's so many stats that don't get credits. I mean, now they're including things like deflections, but the biggest thing that I like knowing about is like how much defense is played, like contested shot percentage, things like that, and who was guarding who, or situational shots, like at the end of quarters, in the beginning of the shot clock, turnovers. What kind of turnovers were they forced, unforced? And I'm sure those are all taken somewhere, but if you look at a box score, you're not going to see half of that stuff. Yeah, I think Max Christie. Yeah, he's had a pretty good run for the Mavericks. I think he'll keep improving if he works on his game enough. Apparently, he does practice a lot, but I don't think if he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be the game changer. Yeah, I probably won't sing. I need to memorize the lyrics, but I'll just play the guitar because that way I can like rest my voice a little bit. And I practice off camera. I'm just doing it to kill time because I finished my book a little too fast. I like to read a chapter a day. It just keeps me consistent. I write a schedule so that I finish my books in a timely manner. And it looks like I'm going to finish this book as large as it is. If I read one chapter each stream, like by the end of the playoffs, I'm probably going to finish it before. Just oh my god, that was pretty good. Zach Edey just was at the oop end of the alley. I don't know who passed it to him, but it was pretty good. I'm liking that Zach Edey's making a really big impact on this game. He's had the starting role the whole time. I think that Ricochet didn't play all 82 games. He had a stint where he wasn't playing, so that's not bad. I feel bad for him a little bit because he didn't have a good game at all. He had like an actively bad game that could have hurt the team, but so did Dyson Daniels. If we're being honest, Dyson Daniels is needed on offense for the Hawks to be successful, which is something that I always struggled with. As I'm also a defensive specialist, and that's why I was like appreciated mostly when I first started out, and so I took pride in defense, and I didn't, and I was hoping that it could compensate for my offensive struggles. But eventually, got to the point where I changed my shooting form to the way you're supposed to shoot it. I went to some camp and they taught me beef, BEEF, balance, elbow, elevation, I think it is, and follow through. And you shoot with one hand. You have one guide hand, one shooting hand, and improved my jump shot like crazy, and it made a difference. And I also got really fast, and I got really long. Like I was like pretty lanky. How do I do this? Yeah, like I'm kind of long, so like it. That's how I score. I would try to beat people to the spot and extend, kind of like Trey does, but I don't have the 3-point shot to back it up. Like I've developed my 3-point shot and it's pretty consistent, but I'm more of a stop and pop. I want to be better at shooting off the dribble, and that's what I saw Ricochet struggling a little bit with today. But he'll improve. He has a lot of motivation, and I'm sure he's upset and he's hurt by this. And he got benched in the second half, and I don't think it was a bad decision. I really don't think it was a bad decision to bench him. It's just unfortunate that that decision had to be taken because if he was a factor at all, like he didn't even need to be an X factor. If he was just a freaking W factor, or I don't know, that might be too strong. I don't even know where the word X factor comes from. I'm just saying a factor that is just a side factor, an S factor we can call it. That would have been good. Uh, yeah, Morant just made a nice little floater. This is a pretty hefty lead. Pretty hefty lead. I'll next stop and play. I'll write the score again, just so we know how it's going. But it's not looking good. Anthony Davis is going to shoot his three. He's going to knock it down. He's a good player. He's a really good player. Game changing. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm kind of glad. I know it sounds bad, but I'm kind of glad the Hawks get to sit out this playoffs because just like reevaluate this whole year. Like, where did it go wrong? There were a lot of things that just were not looking good for that team. And I really didn't think they were that good all year. I was like, it was painful to watch them play for so much of the year. Like, it wasn't random. It was very painful for a lot of the year to watch them play. Like, so I completely understand why maybe they're just not able to beat a 7 seed or even a 10 seed for that matter in one game. They're too not unpredictable, not unreliable, inconsistent, too inconsistent. They were too inconsistent. And I think they have the talent. I just think it's putting it together. I think they could use one more piece, but I don't want to be that guy. I really don't. Like, you work with what you got. Okay. That's why if you have 2 timeouts with 40 seconds to play, you call one of them. Sorry. I feel like that was aggressive, but it made me so angry. Work with what you got. Work with what you got. I hope that was a good thing to hear, but it makes me a little upset and angry at the same time. You know what? Yeah, I could also read another book. I've been trying to learn German too. So like I have this book called The Alchemist that I bought in German. I wanted to try to read it. I don't understand anything that's going on in there, but I still think that I could maybe. It's John Morant just got to steal off Anthony Davis. Let's see. He's not going to dunk it. Please don't. He almost got fouled. Sorry, that left me a little speechless there. John Morant just did. He almost got fouled. He didn't. He passed it to Santi Aldama, and he did a 360 dunk, standing straight up. That was crazy. I think it might have been a 180 or something, but look, he did a spin. That was crazy. I don't. I gotta see for sure. Yeah. So it was a steal. It was a steal. John Morant passes it off. Yeah, it was a 270. A 270 at least. No, it was a 360. That's awesome. Because he was under the basket, so he jumps and like, all right, I have my chair spins so I can show it. But he was like, oh, I'm under it. I'm just gonna wrap it right there. I didn't do the full spin. I'm sorry. I got my legs. My bed is too close right here, so my legs got in the way right there. I guess my legs are long too. I don't know. I think my arms might be longer, not longer than my legs, but the thing that makes the difference. So I'm pretty fast, but now that I think about it, I feel like people who are taller than me can catch me. Whereas like I can compete with people who are taller than me at like the upper body because like you can use your hips like to get low on them and also like to extend outside of their range. So that was another big learning point I had when I was playing basketball. Excuse me again. Is that on fast breaks, I would get blocked. And I was like, I'm all the way over here. How did you catch me? And it's because I would take it off the backboard. And that extra length and that extra time, whereas if you go right in front of the basket, I had to change that. There was one game where I got like blocked like by this huge dude, like 2 to 3 times. Like I would take it up the court and he would block me every time. Like, how does he keep catching me? And I realized it's that he wanted me to shoot it because he wanted to block me. He knew he would reach me. And I was like, you're all the way over there. Like, how did you block me? It's because he's got the length. He got the legs and the reach. So after that game, I started taking shots. I started taking layups right in the front of the rim and just laying it up like a teardrop, like right over the basket. Oh wow, John Morant with the fake block and then a layup that looked like it could have been a dunk. He missed it though. He missed the dunk. He tried to dunk it. He went for the layup instead. He fell like really hard, but he fell with grace. He did a little roll, like a little tumble. And John Morant went for a steal. He got the foul instead. Let's go ahead and write this score. DAL 41. Yeah, they're still showing that dunk. How can you not? That's so cool. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I got some time to kill. I'm gonna try to practice. I'm just gonna practice myself. Like it's not for anybody, anything. I want to get my even though I'm kind of sweating. That's kind of my hands are sweaty. I don't know what it must have. At the end of the game of that Hawks game, I was getting a little stressed. So if it's too loud or something, I apologize. I'll try not to be too loud. I'm not gonna sing because I'm gonna save my voice, but just want to play the song. Okay. We're back. I don't think I finished the song, but that's okay. So it seems like a timeout slash commercial break is a little bit longer than the song, or a little bit shorter than the song. So that's cool. And I could mute myself, but I don't know. It's so if I was bad, like if I was like I'm not saying I'm good, I'm not great or anything, but I have been practicing that song for a very long time, and I just want to perfect it before I perform it or anything like that. So, like, if I was bad, I probably would spare your ears. But since I'm kind of good at it, I think it wouldn't be bad. It's kind of like that's why I think it's so important, especially when you're placed in a position to present or perform. Like these basketball players, for example, we watch them because they're good. Like they're even when they have bad games and they play badly, they're good. They're good players. And if they weren't good, they would not be playing anymore. And that takes time. Sometimes people decline as time goes on. Like you can't. That's what's so interesting about life is that you can lose anything. Like that's cold, I know, but you can lose like anything. One of them being skill. Uh, like over time, if you don't practice it, you're gonna lose it. Muscle. If you don't strengthen it, you're gonna lose it. Uh, I don't even know if any more examples, but it's just like you got to maintain things. You got to practice them. You got to take care of them. Like if you're talking about like certain things that you might not lose, like inanimate objects, for example. As long as you know where they are and you don't misplace them, you won't lose them. But if you treat them badly, they might go. So some things last longer than others. That's fair. Um, but my point is, I figure even if I'm not gonna, the stream isn't about that. You know, it's not about my guitar. It's not about me reading. Like it's about the basketball. But since I don't want to interrupt the stream, I'll just I could mute it, but like I think someone might like music is such a beautiful thing. And since it's my music, even if it's a song, like it's not copyrighted. Like the reason I'm not showing the game is because it's copyrighted by law, it's protected. That song, if I wanted to play that song out loud, that's copyright protected. If I play the song myself, it's not copyright protected. So it's just like a little ad, I guess. So I can probably play it honestly. But if you don't want to hear it, you can just mute it and you can just see when I come back. Like you have that choice. But if you want to hear it, I'm not gonna put you on the spot. It's music is beautiful, and I love playing the guitar. It's something I wanted to do when I was a kid because I played Guitar Hero. But once I got the guitar, I'm like, this is so much more difficult. And I went to classes and I like just didn't like it. But over time, like when I got old enough to like do it myself and learn on my own and like have purpose to it, I just like I was a lot more disciplined, I guess. Like I was less distracted, so I kind of like playing it now. But yeah, we got Dante Exum is still playing the game. He didn't have he's I think he plays better when there's stuff on the line because he just missed a three when nothing was on the line. He's wide open. He makes it the second time. So he's pretty good. Oh, it's the Mavericks. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. I was so used I just watched a game where the Mavericks were winning by a ton. So now I guess I thought that they were up by a ton, but they're not. The Memphis Grizzlies are the ones that are up by a ton. John Morant's still getting around as much as he likes, but he knew it was bad. He knew it was a miss as soon as it went left his fingertips. I'm curious who this number 10 is on the Mavericks. I think he has a future on the team for sure. Williams? It's not Mo Williams. I don't know. It's not Darren Williams. I don't know who that is. I love that Jaw's so fast. Like he just runs so much. He complained to the ref a little bit despite being up 18. I love that. I love when they keep playing until the whistle is over, or the coach decides it's time to take them out. Scottie Pippen taking it himself when he probably should have passed it out, but I like the mentality. A lot of times teams will start settling for threes because they're worth more and they think it's a good play if the player is open. But if you can score at the two, you should. You should. Because it's if you can. Like if you miss it, you might still be able to get a rebound or create something or get fouled. Whereas if you pass it like and they miss, it's so costly. But they can afford the costliness at up 18 and they're still playing as if they're down 8. I mean, they're up 18. They're playing as if they're down 8. And now John Morant, that was a good pass out, but it's going to be a turnover. Scottie Pippen with it. They're looking like a team. They're looking like a team out there. I'm very excited to see how this team plays against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think that has the potential to be a sweep, but maybe not. Maybe not. It really depends on the Grizzlies. The Thunder are going to be the Thunder. The Thunder are going to play exactly the same way they've played all year. They just do that. They just play the whole year the same way. The Grizzlies, you don't know. So if they can manage it, they can not manage to win. I really don't think that's possible. But if they can manage to make it exciting, like win a game or two, if they can win 3 games, wow, that would be fun to watch. Uh, because anything can happen in Game 7, yes, but usually if the team is better, they're gonna win. There's only very few upsets during Game 7, and when I mean upset, even though I don't consider 4-5 to usually be an upset, I'm just speaking from the fact that if you don't have home court advantage in Game 7, if you're the road team in a Game 7, you have to be pretty comparable for it to be like you have to be about as good as them or better. But if the other team is better than you in Game 7, they're not going to lose. They're not going to lose. Anthony Davis is going out early. I hope he didn't get hurt. This half isn't over. I feel for Anthony Davis because he's been being spoken about a lot. It's going to be tough if the Lakers have a really good run for him. I'm not a fan of Anthony Davis. I'm not a fan of Anthony Davis. I'm really interested to see how the Lakers play. I do like Anthony Edwards a lot, and I feel for people like Rudy Gobert, even though he's had his moments as questionable. I didn't like the way Luka treated him after that 3 last year. It was interesting, it was entertaining, but I just I didn't like that much because I'm like his. I feel like it was. I think it was a very bad coaching decision to switch Jaden McDaniels off of Luka. What? Like that was not Rudy's fault, in my opinion. He had no chance. And props to Luca for making the shot. Incredible player. But I didn't like that decision. So I'm gonna take a quick breather. But I'll be back in like 14-ish minutes. I'll probably charge my phone in the meantime. I don't need my phone right now, so it's what I'm watching the game on. I should be able to get there either way, but I'll be right back. It's readable, I was saying. I forgot I muted it.